Hey there, time travelers.
Before you scroll away, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine reading about something that changed the course of history on a day just like today?
Welcome to What Happened on This Day in History. Today is July 14th, and trust me, what happened on this day isn't just any ordinary chapter of the past.
It's the kind of day that shook empires, sparked revolutions, crowned champions, gave us unforgettable movie moments, and even witnessed the birth of iconic legends.
Stay with us, because what you're about to hear might just take you on a nostalgia trip you weren't ready for. And if it moves something in you, go ahead, hit that subscribe button like it's a time machine button you don't want to miss again.
Let's dive in.
1. News and politics. The French Revolution begins, 1789.
Jack, let's kick things off with a real thunderclap in world history. You're talking about July 14, 1789, aren't you? The day the people of France stormed the Bastille, a fortress prison in Paris. That was the explosive beginning of the French Revolution.
Exactly. It wasn't just about a prison. It was about power, freedom, and the voice of the people rising against tyranny.
The Bastille, though holding only 7 prisoners that day, became a fiery symbol of royal oppression. The storming was raw, passionate, bloody, and irreversible. It sent a shockwave not just in France, but through monarchies all over Europe.
And here's the part that might just hit you right in the gut, Bloom. Many of the freedoms we take for granted today, the right to speak up, to resist, to demand more from leadership, echo from that exact moment.
Absolutely. July 14th is still celebrated as Bastille Day in France, but its spirit, it lives far beyond the borders of any nation. Think about it. What would you be willing to fight for if your voice was the only weapon you had?
That's a deep question. Hey, for our viewers, if you were alive in 1789, would you have stormed the Bastille or stayed on the sidelines? Drop a comment and let us know.
Coming up next, from revolutions to records, let's head into sports and relive a legendary championship moment. Stay tuned for movie magic, music that moved generations, breakthroughs in science and technology, artistic sparks, and birthdays that made history.
2. Sports. The day it came home, 2019.
All right, Bloom, for sports, we're jumping to July 14, 2019. This was the day the U.S. women's national soccer team brought the world to its feet.
Oh, I remember that. They won the FIFA Women's World Cup, defeating the Netherlands 2-0 in the final. It was their 4th World Cup title, and it wasn't just a win, it was a message.
Exactly. Led by Megan Rapinoe and Alex Morgan, the team didn't just dominate the tournament. They dominated the global conversation about gender equality, pay equity, and what it means to be championed on and off the field. Rapinoe's celebration, arms outstretched like a living Statue of Liberty, became an image etched in sports history.
This wasn't just about soccer. It was about making noise, claiming space, and rewriting what victory looks like. So for everyone watching, where were you that day? Did you cheer, did you cry, or did you feel something shift inside you?
And comment your favorite moment from that championship. Was it the goals, the drama, or the fight for justice behind the game?
Coming up next, the silver screen has its own tales. Let's go back in time to a movie release that defined a generation. Then music, science, art, and legendary birthdays await. 3. Movie. The Dark Knight Begins, 2008 preview events.
For movies, get this, Bloom. Though officially released on July 18th, early preview screenings of The Dark Knight began in IMAX theaters across the U.S. on July 14th, 2008.
And those lucky enough to see it early, they knew. They knew this was more than a superhero movie. It was a cinematic revolution.
Heath Ledger's haunting portrayal of the Joker would go on to win a posthumous Academy Award. But on July 14th, 2008, fans sat in stunned silence, realizing they had just witnessed one of the greatest performances in film history.
The tone, the chaos, the questions it raised about order, fear, and morality, that was the moment Batman stopped being just a comic book character. He became a myth for our times.
Did you watch The Dark Knight in theaters, Bloom? What was your first reaction to the Joker's pencil trick? Let's talk movie memories in the comments, folks.
Still ahead, from movie screens to music stages. Coming up next is a legendary song released on this day that shaped pop culture. Then into the world of science, creativity, and unforgettable births. 4. Music. Macy Gray releases I Try, 1999, UK.
Bloom, let's talk music. Though its early UK release around July 14, 1999, slowly building momentum that would explode globally.
You remember that song, right? That voice. I try to say goodbye and I choke.
Yeah.
Try to walk away and I stumble.
It wasn't just a breakup ballad, it was a voice. A raw, raspy, emotional punch that hit listeners right in the chest.
Macy's distinct sound wasn't polished pop. It was real. It was heartbreak with soul.
And even now, over 20 years later, when that chorus hits, you feel everything. So for our viewers, what's a song that hits you in the gut every single time, like I Tried It in 99? Share your heartbreak anthems below.
Next up, let's leave the emotional chords and step into scientific breakthroughs and creative sparks. History's got more gifts in store. 5. Science and technology. Mariner 4 makes history.
All right, for science and technology, prepare for a cosmic leap. Bloom. On July 14th, 1965, NASA's Mariner 4 flew by Mars, sending back the first close-up images of another planet in our solar system.
Can you imagine? It was the first time humankind truly saw Mars, not just a red dot in the sky, but as a real world with craters, canyons, mysteries. It wasn't just a flyby, it was a cosmic mirror reflecting our hunger to know more, to explore further, to go beyond.
Mariner 4 didn't just change science, it woke up dreams. For our audience, if you could see one planet up close, which one would you choose? Tell us why in the comments.
Next, let's turn from stars in the sky to stars on canvas. What happened in the arts on this day, and which legendary figures were born on July 14th? Let's finish strong. 6. Arts. Modern sculpture lost a giant, 2002.
For arts on July 14th, 2002, the art world lost Kenneth Armitage, a pioneering British sculptor whose modern abstract figures transformed public art.
Armitage's bronzes weren't more than just forms. They were emotion in metal, capturing movement, struggle, connection. His legacy reminds us that art doesn't just live in galleries. It lives in parks, in hearts, in the quiet places we pass every day.
Ever seen a sculpture that made you stop in your tracks? Tell us where and what it made you feel in the comments.
Now for our final chapter. Who was born on this unforgettable day? Famous birthday. Gerald Ford, 1913.
For famous birthdays, born July 14th, 1913, we have Gerald Ford, the 38th President of the United States.
He's the only person to serve as both vice president and president without being elected to either office. Ford stepped in during a moment of crisis after Nixon's resignation and helped heal a nation's trust.
His steady hand may not have been flashy, but sometimes calm in a storm is the most heroic thing of all.
Today, we remember his leadership, his honesty, and the strange path history sometimes takes.
If you could meet one president, past or present, who would it be and why? Let's get that comment section thoughtful.
And now, we return to today, July 14th, a day of revolutions, goals, legendary performances, distant planets, and the quiet wisdom of leadership.
History doesn't whisper, it echoes.
So here's your chance. Subscribe not just to a channel, but to a journey through time. Because every day has a story.
And tomorrow, we uncover another one.
Drop your thoughts, your memories, your I remember that moments in the comments. And hey, you just traveled through time with us.
Thanks for joining us on What Happened on This Day in History.
See you tomorrow.